everyone, this is Jeannie and this is my very first video. I've been watching a lot of you for years and years and feel like I know you in a sense, but you know what, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to join in a different way, and I thought it would be fun to try to do some videos myself so that I could participate and join in with you guys. You make it look so much fun to be part of the community instead of just lurking and watching. So I'm part way through this picture. It's from Coloring Heaven World of Princesses special. It's an older one. It's issue 52, I believe. And the reason I chose this is I wanted to participate in Olga's challenge, Olga Rani. And this week, the challenge that she's posed is to color, earrings. And so I went through my books and I knew this one had quite a few, which it does, but this one just kind of, stuck out at me. So I thought, let me go ahead and work on this one. So you can see I'm partway through, well, everything. The hair, I'm not done with the skin. I'm not done with the earrings. I'm certainly not done with the eyes. So I've got a lot to do, but I really felt like working on the hair. I was watching a video with Karen Valentine, and I really liked the way she did her black hair. And I thought, you know what, I want to practice that since it's sort of fresh in my mind. And she mostly used the three colors. She used black, a warm dark brown, and a light gray. And then she used a colorless pencil. So except for the colorless blender, which is Prismacolor, I'm using Arteza. So I'm new to Arteza. So this is the black, this is the dark chocolate brown, and this one is the smoke gray. So I thought, I really need to push myself, to practice with these instead of my go-to Prismas. And so that's what I'm doing. So this is an experiment for me as well. And so yeah, let's get started. So one of the things I liked, well, I loved everything that Karen did, but one of the things that I liked is that she does it different. I always put my highlights exactly at the hump of each, section of hair. And it seems like she makes it a little bit to the side of that top hump. And I thought, I kind of want to try that. And so that's what I'm doing here. So at this point, I realize this is grayscale and I can choose, I probably should choose the pieces that have, the lighter bits in them for the highlights, but I'm playing a little bit. So I realize that looks pretty white, but I'm gonna bring it over here, I think. So she kind of makes her lighter color a little bit askew of that center point. And I don't know if that's important or not. It's just an observation that I made. And I thought, what, I really want to try that myself. So I am just taking this black and I'm bringing it forward. And, this isn't anything new, but it's new to me in that I'm not used to these pencils. And they feel, well, I initially thought they felt softer, but certainly harder than Prismacolors. I am not finding that to be the case with the hair. For some reason, doing the hair and using the black, I just really feel like this is softer than I initially thought it was. And I don't know, is it possible that different pencils maybe have a different feel? Like, for example, if I were to use the red, maybe that would, feel like a harder pencil point, and this black is softer. I'm not really sure, but for whatever reason, this feels super creamy, which I love in coloring pencils. And I don't have a ton of them. I'm a Prisma girl, but I do tend to gravitate towards like a tougher lead, a harder pencil when I'm doing things like hair, just because, and otherwise I feel like I'm sharpening away my lovely Prismas into nothingness. So I don't know. See, that brown just sort of warms it up a little bit. I love that. And so here we're coming back in with a little bit of black again. All right, so I think I'm gonna call that pretty good-ish. And come in with another highlight. All right, ooh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna choose this little strand right here is gonna be all black, just because I think it's nice to have, I don't know, variation in the colors in hair and things. Just, I don't know, for some interest and whatnot. So there we go. So now I'm gonna pick, I'm gonna pick this piece right here as my highlight. And I'm not making a big old deal out of doing this. I'm not an especially, oh, I don't know, I'm not an especially careful and detailed colorist in a lot of respects. I've been coloring for a while, but boy, do I have a lot to learn, and that's what's really cool about ColorTube is that people are amazing on here. Oh my gosh. I watch these videos and I think to myself, are they like magicians, or, you know, what did they do that they're so good? And I know it's practice and it's talent and it's different things, but oh my gosh, some people make it look so easy and their work is gorgeous. So some of it's so realistic when it's supposed to look realistic, and I don't know, I just think it's super, super amazing, the talent in this community. So all right, coming back in with my dark chocolate brown, throwing some strands in there just to kind of warm up that highlight a little bit. And yeah, all right, and then I've got a little bit more here to do. So I think on this one, I'm gonna choose my highlight to be a little over here. Hope my lighting's okay. I see shadows, but guys, this was a last minute decision to film. I have no tools, you know, as far as lighting or, you know, a device to hold my camera, my phone with what I'm filming on. So yeah, this is winging it from the very when I say winging it, I'm talking winging a prayer here, trying to make this work today. But you know what? I just really felt it today. I just really wanted to join in. So here I am. All right. Yeah, it's coming along. Okay, and then here, I don't want my highlight to be there. I just don't. So we're gonna put it a little bit more here. I like this because this is recessed in. I like this to be darker. So that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm just gonna go ahead and do all of this. And then I think I'll just follow that along. Kind of looks like I could stand to sharpen. Let's do that. I'm going to try to turn the sharpener off to the side here so that you don't have to hear it so much. And by the way, I'm using the Swordfish Omnipoint sharpener. My sister was kind enough to get that from the UK. I had one that I dearly loved, and it kind of pooped out on me, and she looked high and low and couldn't find the one that I wanted, and so she ended up ordering it from the UK, actually from Swordfish, I believe. And yeah, she paid a lot of money in shipping and whatnot to get it here. It was so kind of her. I didn't even know she was doing it. And yeah, so she actually bought me 2 of them so that I'd have a backup, which is super awesome. I had initially heard of Swordfish from Sammy from Color and Chat with Sammy. She had a different swordfish, a different model, but you know, way back, like, I don't even know, 2018 or something, she used one. I don't know what she's using now, and that's something I struggle with, is sharpeners. I don't know, there's just issues. Like, I really liked the Tagal for a while. That was a nice pencil sharpener, and oh dear, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I really liked that one for a while. I felt like it was just like a really super smooth sharpener, and I liked the point that it made and whatnot. And then one day it just stopped working, and I haven't bought another one since. I just sort of gave up on it. Yeah. So it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what I did here. I feel like I colored those the wrong direction. You know what? I'm gonna fill this in darker here just because I feel like, I don't know, I did something funky with the strands. I felt like I got them going the wrong direction a little bit, so yeah, I'm just gonna fill that in with black because I feel like it was a little bit messy. Then I kind of want to get in, like, all of this feels rough to me right here, so I kind of want to smooth that out as well. So here I go. I'm just gonna go ahead and work on that. Try to smooth it out. Yeah, for some reason it just, I don't know, it looks like it needs some darkening and smoothing out. So here I go. So what are you guys all working on? Anything interesting that I should know about? I've been kind of going through and cataloging, you know, books, and you know, as I'm working in a book, I'm flipping through and listing it again. I've done this many times before, but in a composition notebook, and relisting it, you know, what pages I've colored and the dates I've colored them and whatnot. That way, at a glance, I can kind of just see what coloring books need a little bit more love. And it's interesting to me how it's really sort of helped me, because I'm going through this and I'm pulling one at a time, cataloging them. I'm having fun looking through them, and then I'm putting them on a different place in my bookshelf. And I don't know, it just seems like, oh yeah, that book, I used to love that book. Oh yeah, I actually did a decent job on this picture. Oh yeah, what did I use here? Wonder why I haven't colored in this in a while, you know, or whatever. And it sort of helped me to revisit some older books, and I don't know, it's given me some excitement to get back to books that I haven't looked at in a while, and I think that's a good thing, you know. I'm not one like a lot of people that I have a lot of books. Okay, yeah, I have a lot of books, but I don't have a lot of books in the sense that people in this community have. I just don't. I've got a lot of supplies, but again, I don't have as much as many people do. And I'm okay with that. I mean, I love looking at the hauls that you guys get and whatnot. I just, you know, I need to use what I have. I don't need to be spending money. And so this has been a fun little venture for me, you know, and then I can see all the fun things through your videos and what you're working on. And I'm good with that. I don't have to have all the latest and greatest coloring books. Maybe, you know, from time to time I'll treat myself, but for right now, I have enough books that I'll never be able to get through them in my lifetime. So I'm trying to work on enjoying those. Now this looks rough. Okay, let's try the brown over the top here. to warm it up a little bit again. So this side, for whatever reason, just seems not as smooth, but you know what? I might try going in with the colorless blender and just see what I can make happen there. You know, I don't know. We shall see, right? Okay. Another thing I'm noticing is this has a lot of pencil crumbs, which is fine. Actually, I'm really enjoying these pencils. Excuse me, I wasn't sure if I would, and yeah, I really kind of am. So that's okay. All right. Do I put a little bit more gray in there? I don't know that that's a good move, but hey. There we go. We did it anyway. Okay, now I'm going to take this colorless blender and I'm going to go ahead and blend this a little bit, see what happens, see if I can make that look lovely and smooth and all of that. Wow, I can't believe we're almost to the end of June. So everybody's probably trying to finish up their June pages so that they can show off their colored pages for June, and I can't wait to see those from all of you. Those are so fun. See what everybody's up to. And then try to decide what you want to do in July, I guess, yeah? We're going camping. It's the week of the 4th of July, but you know, avoiding the actual holiday day itself, you know. And I'm looking forward to that. And what's fun for me in doing that is I always feel like it's just a different experience for me to color. That's always my big thing is, planning my little travel, whatever bins that I want to bring, or totes or whatnot, and try to figure out what I want to bring coloring. And it's funny because for me, it's like a toss-up every time between, oh, well, I don't want to bring, you know, this book for fear that I'm gonna, I don't know, it's gonna get rough up the corners, or, you know, and it's gonna look tattered or whatever, even though I try so hard to protect them the best I can. So I'm torn between bringing something that I really want to work on, but worrying about, you know, messing it up out in the elements as I'm sitting next to my husband while he's fishing, you know, or, you know, bringing something that, a book that maybe I don't care about as much, like, for example, my Zen Doodle books. Don't care about those so much. They're kind of disposable in a lot of respects. They're fun, but you know, I can take them or leave them, really. You know, so what I did for the longest time is I brought with me my Hannah Carlzon Daydreams. I had always wanted to finish that. And so I ended up that was my book I brought. And in a lot of ways it worked out because that cover is hardback. And so I kind of felt like it sort of survived better than some of these soft books, right? Because, I don't know, it just, it was sturdier, you know? And I also knew that I wanted to finish that book. And so it was one that I often brought with me camping. Well, I finished that, and I am super excited that I finished it. So now I need to figure out what else I want to bring. I don't know. I'll let you know how that goes, what I decide on that. But it's always fun. I don't know. This part of the fun for me is deciding, what am I gonna take? What supplies am I gonna take? You know, oh, I don't want to bring, I don't know, whatever, my alcohol markers because I don't want them to dry out in the heat or whatever it is, you know. So I've got like all these rules that I impose upon myself as to what I bring. And then bottom line is, at the end of the day, I'm going to grab last minute a whole bunch of things that I hadn't planned on and just go for it. And it always works out. I'm always happy with what I brought and whatnot. So it's all good, right? You know, it's just, I don't know. I like to torture myself with what am I going to bring? But yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I don't know. Just one of those things. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call this good. Yeah, I like it. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. So I'm going to leave that, and then I can work on, you know, the skin and whatnot. You can see I kind of whited out the top of her lips and the sides. They were, I don't know, they were just a little too imposing for me, so I whited them out, and now I need to figure out how to smooth that out a bit. Need to work on her eyes. I was doing this when I was up too late last night, and yeah, it needs some help. Yeah, the eyes were kind of drawn in differently as well. I probably could have whited those out as well, but you know what, it's all good. I want to add a little bit of, I'm not very good with metal, but I want to figure out how to do like silver earrings, I think, and you know, the centerpiece, almost like conchos, if you know what conchos are. That's what that reminds me of, and some in here. And then the line out here is line art, excuse me, isn't finished here, so I'll have to figure out a way to kind of blend this. I don't know, we'll figure it out. These arms were not extended, they ended at the bracelet, so I drew those down and a little bit here with pencil, just because I was afraid to commit with marker with like a micron. So that's what I did. I'm still trying to decide on the background if I really want a different background. I'm not in love. I've never really cared for dream catchers, so there's a part of me that wants to sort of, I don't know, paint out the background. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, you'll see this later on, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on my little maiden voyage here into the coloring YouTube sort of world. And yeah, thanks for your patience, thanks for watching, and I will check out your videos very soon, as I always do. Love it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.